Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So tonight I'm going to present about my topic. So in this section, I'm going to present about the importance of leisure reading in improving knowledge for adolescents. So here there is an outline. So I divide into five. The first one is there is definition of leisure reading itself. So I'm going to explain about the leisure reading itself. So why I choose this topic and why this topic is going to be important. But the first we have to know the definition of leisure reading itself. And the second one is I'm going to explain about the types of books for reading itself for adolescents. So there are so many types for the book itself and the benefit. And the third one is implementing for leisure reading. So I'm going to present about the way to implement the leisure reading itself, because sometimes we actually it's really difficult to implement this concept. And the fourth one is there is a benefit of leisure reading itself. So I'm going to present um, why the leisure reading is so important for adolescents. So actually it's not only for adolescents but um, for young age, for adolescents, and for basically for everyone. And the last one is I'm going to just give some conclusion about this topic. So the first one is about the leisure reading. Leisure reading is the reading students choose to do their own, as opposed to reading that is assigned to them, also referred to as a voluntary reading, spare time reading, recreational readings, independent reading, reading outside of school, and self-selected reading. So the literacy needs of urban adolescents are urgent. It is not unusual for 70% of age grades in high poverty, high minority middle school to comprehend at below basic level. Difficulty with reading negatively impact achievement in all areas of the curriculum. 72% of the students indicate they all engage in reading as a leisure activity, a finding that is inconsistent with other study of adolescents reading. So actually the interest is very influential on children's learning, because if the learning is not in accordance with the interest of adolescent itself, sometimes the student will not study well because there is no traction for him. If there are adolescent who less interest in the learning, educator must be able to innovate them and as interesting and useful learning for children. So it's basically needs to be supported by every actor. So there are some kinds or some types of books for adolescents. There are some books that I will recommend that here. The first one is novel, the second one is comic, the third one is literature, and the last one is poetry. So the first one is I'm going to explain about the novel itself. So basically, the novel is present in prose style, which show personal human experience through a continuous series of events regarding the characters. A novel usually tells a story that has complex and diverse narrative. So by reading novels, you will get many benefits such as mental power that can slow down the prevention of disease. The brain will work more extreme and active, which make the nervous system work actively. Train and control emotion when reading novel. Reading novel is like a reading puzzle because it requires brain performance to think and find answer from the storyline. So the second one is there is a comic. Comic are reading that is very popular today. Not only children who are fans of comic, but many adults also like to read comics. Comics have stories. They are fun to read and there are interesting pictures to captivate the heart of readers, especially children. Comics are able to express various ideas, tell or certain purpose as well as literary works. The meaning can vary as in fiction, animal stories, factual stories, and others. In contrast to fiction and non-fiction reading, which conveys stories through verbal text, comics are present through image and language at the same time. And the third one is about the literature. Literature is a form of limitation of life that describe and discuss live with various human thoughts. Literary works have a broad scope, but generally discuss human problem, life with all feelings, thoughts, and views on life. In a literary work, there is a moral message in several parts, such as at the beginning, middle, or at in the end of the works. The purpose of literary works is so that a reader and connoisseurs of literary works have a view or behave like an invitation from the author of a literary work. In the last one, or in the last this part, so I will recommend you about the part to read a poetry, because in a work of poetry you can find many beautiful words or sentences that contains many deep meanings. So many people think that someone who like poetry is someone who is romantic and poetic. In a work of poetry, you can find many beautiful words or sentences that contain many deep meanings. So many people think that someone who like poetry is someone who is romantic and poetic. There are many great poets in Indonesia who have produced very extraordinary works. One of the most popular poetry book is well known to both those who love poetry and ordinary people is the book Rain of the Month of June by Sapadi Djoko Damono. This poem tells of a life full of twists and turns. So the next is about the two methods that I will recommend to in implementing laser reading. The first one is there is a book practice. The name of this activity is a book practice, which is an activity that has a purpose to provide opportunities and wider space for readers, especially among children, to practice the content of the book. So basically the content of the books are not limited, and books use can be about the gardens, ponds, and various planting media. Through activities, this is expected to be able to make the book is a useful friends and not a boring at all. The relationship between a book practice activities and program to increase interesting reading is certainly very related. Activities in the garden practice make children and people know for various fruits and plants, so it is easier to understand the tools, educational aids, and reading material in which they are shown or mentioned. And the another method is a book mobile regional libraries in order to foster interest in reading in the community. Mobile library services are basically open, democratic, because mobile libraries serve all levels of society without distinction of social, cultural, or social status. So basically, this book mobile has some of benefit, like the first one is even distribution of information and reading services to the public to remote areas, and it is not possible to establish a permanent library. And the second one is assist public libraries in developing informal education for the community. The third one is introducing books and other library material to the public. And the last one is introducing library service to the community so that a culture grows to take advantage of library service to the community. So in the conclusion, the study revealed that parents play a key role in motivating and developing love for books among their children. So in addition, certain other public service agencies such as family welfare, social work, and community development departments can also organize campaigns to promote reading as a social and family activity. So basically, this I want to tell in this presentation to say adequate encouragement at young age can motivate children or adolescents to become passionate readers. Data analysis show that parents were playing key role in promoting reading by reading books to their children. So actually, the children or the adolescents should choose their own book in order to make them to get passionate to read the books. This finding endorses several previous studies which suggest that parents can help inculcate good reading habits among their children. It was also found that mothers were reading more frequently to their children than fathers. So what I want to tell is about this. Sometimes the family also play a key important role to to support the children in order the children or adolescents in order to improve their patience to read books, because I think this is very beneficial for them. Thank you so much. So thank you. That's all my presentation. Good night, everyone.